Okay, so any questions on what we have learned so far about creating a package of Commvault, installing Commvault in a system, then after Commvault comes up, how to access the Java console, how to stop and start services, how to configure backup, how to configure a storage policy, how to configure the DR backup, how to perform a simple file level restore, how to add a new client. Okay, so we have learned all these things. Any questions thus far? Happy to answer.
No questions at this point.
Okay, great. No questions? Okay, so let me ask you a question then. How can you make sure that even if one particular media agent fails, you can still ensure that the backups and restores are running to the same backup target or backup destination? Because a media agent is built on a normal x86 server. That server can fail or it can get corrupted. So, how can you ensure from a design and architecture perspective that even if a media agent fails, you can still perform backups and you can still perform restores? How would you do that? Anyone?
You have some kind of a high availability setup.
A good start. How can you ensure high availability of the metadata as well as the backed up data?
Like having multiple copies of those files available in different regions.
Okay, that's a very good logical answer. But in order to achieve that, then you will need so much amount of storage because you are creating so many copies. And that is
Standby agent.
standby agent. Okay. So which means the standby agent also needs to have access to the same metadata and the same backed up data as well. Otherwise, how will
Yes.
standby take over the actual production media agent? Correct?
Yes, it is. SSH one.
Yes. So how do you make that happen? How do you make sure that another media agent in the same Commvault environment has complete access to not just the metadata but also the complete backed up data, so that even if a particular media agent fails, you still are able to perform backups and restores of the same data? Any guesses, Praveen?
Like
Your
yeah, in
experience
net
may come
backup.
in here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In net backup, actually, in case we are decommissioning any existing media servers, so we have facility to move those respective DBs or media move.
Okay,
So
but but that is going to take time, no?
that
It
is
is
going
not
to take
going to
time.
have an instantaneously.
No, actually, it's no, not instantly. That's true. Not
Yes.
instantly.
Yes. So, but if you look at it, all these major cloud service providers who offer backup as a service, okay? And let
Mhm.
us assume that they are using Commvault. And one fine day, without any warning, a media agent fails. They cannot tell their customer saying that since my media agent is failed, I could not take a backup of your data at so and so point in time. And if you have a restore request, I cannot restore your data. Correct? So, what are what are the mechanisms that are there in place within Commvault which will help service providers and customers to instantaneously continue their operations from a surviving media agent, even though a media agent system may have completely failed? So, there are two aspects to this. Okay. First aspect is a configuration called as grid store in Commvault. Okay. You can configure media agents in a configuration called as grid. And when you configure media agents in a grid format, everything that gets updated to one member of a grid automatically gets updated to other members of a grid. Okay. So the index cache, the deduplication database, all these things get synchronously updated between the members of a grid in a grid configuration. Okay. So Bhanu, can you please go to documentation.commvault.com and open up this page with respect to media agent grid configuration, Commvault media agent grid configuration. Okay. So most service providers will, when if they are using Commvault for delivering backup as a service, in order to achieve complete high availability, they will use this grid media agent grid configuration to achieve high availability. Okay. Media agent is separate words. Yeah. So you can have in Commvault uh, grid formation with four media agents or multiples of four. Okay. Wherein all these four will start sharing information with each other. Okay. And if any of the media agent in that grid fails, automatically you can continue your backups and restores from the surviving media agents. But for this to happen, you need to make sure that the backup target or the backup destination is available and mounted to all the media agents in the grid. Now, all of you tell me what kind of a storage configuration can help us achieve this configuration, that the same volume or the same storage is accessible to multiple servers on the network simultaneously. What kind of a storage will allow us to do that?
I think NAS, sir.
Great,
Yes.
Nilesh, you have understood storage very well. Yes, it's a NAS. Any other answers? Apart from NAS, there is one more storage configuration which will allow us to do that. Apart from NAS.
SAN.
No. SAN will emulate local storage. Rakshit, whenever you mount a SAN storage to a server, it will look like a local hard disk. It will not look like a network share. Okay. So SAN cannot be shared across servers. It is particular to a definite server.
Then
Okay.
cloud storage.
Can you be more specific, Praveen?
Yeah, cloud
No. NAS is
storage.
not cloud storage. There's this particular name to it.
Object storage with S3 and stuff.
What is it? Sorry, Saptarshi?
S3 and stuff and object.
Object storage. Perfect. Yes.
Mhm.
And S3 compatible object storage. Okay. Because object storage can be simultaneously mounted to multiple servers at the same time. Okay.
Yeah, I was talking
Because,
about S3 bucket only actually.
yes, but we need to use the right term, Praveen.
Yeah, got
I'm
it.
so sorry for that. But yeah, because when you do the configurations, right, you cannot
You cannot.
uh,
You cannot.
specify generic terminology. We need to be very specific. So S3 compatible object storage is the right answer for that. Okay, so uh, this is the way you can create a high availability architecture with the media agents so that even if a given media agent fails completely, you can still resume your backup and restore operations from the surviving media agents. Okay, but for that to happen, you cannot have a SAN storage assigned as a disk library or as a backup destination to the media agent. It has to be a shared storage across all the media agents. And the only way you can configure, or the two ways that in which you can configure a shared storage across media agents are: one, as Nilesh said, NAS, and second, as Saptarshi said, object storage, S3 compatible object storage. Okay. Kavya, you had a question?
No, sir.
Okay. All clear about this concept? So what I'll try to do is, let me try to
I have
uh
I have one question.
yes, please.
Yeah, in a grid we can accumulate minimum four media agent. So
Yes.
considering if we have a fifth member,
Hmm.
so whether we need to create another grid or we
Yes.
can accumulate in the single
No, we have
existing
to
one.
create another grid. The reason behind that is it is the limitation with the deduplication database. Okay. Because the media agent is the one which controls the deduplication database.
Mhm.
Okay. So the Commvault software has a I will not say limitation, but an upper limit on the number of DDBs that can sync with each other, and that limit is 4. So you can
Permutation
only have,
combination.
yes, so you can only have maximum of 4 media agents in a grid. If your solution or if your sizing is resulting in more than 4 media agents to be configured in a highly available scenario, then you will end up creating multiple grids, not just one grid. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But if you're making this the second grid for resilience purpose, we need to have three more, right? Again.
See, that is the reason why what we will do is, when we are creating or doing sizing and architecture for a very large environment having petabytes of data and thousands of servers, we will try to segment them. Okay. We will try to
Mm-hmm.
segment them per location. We will try to segment them per workload. Okay. so that we can bring in enough workload for 4 media agents in a grid. It is okay to have multiple grids of media agents in the same location. That's fine. But the only challenge is the deduplication database of one grid cannot share its information or replicate itself to the deduplication database of another grid. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, who dropped off here? Athar visit. Okay, so I just wanted to just a second show it to you in a diagrammatic architecture. Just give me a moment. Yeah, let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you see this, this is a indication of a grid with 2 media agents. Okay. Now you can have one disk library completely allocated to one media agent and another disk library completely allocated to another media agent. And we saw how to do this, right? We saw how to allocate storage libraries and storage pools to a particular media agent. Okay. But whenever you have a grid, the expectation is that if media agent 01 fails, automatically media agent 02 should be able to continue the backup and restore operations for all the clients which were originally being backed up by media agent 01. Now for that to happen, media agent 02 should be able to read the metadata as well as the data that was written by media agent 01. Now when can that be possible? That will only be possible if the DDB, the index cache, as well as the backend library to which media agent is writing and reading from is completely accessible to the other media agent also. Correct? Only then media agent 02 can allow you to perform backups and restores of the clients which were originally mapped to media agent 01. Okay, that is what is the expectation of a grid configuration. Okay. Let me try to get a more practical diagram for this. And this configuration, the grid configuration, can also be used to do load balancing of workloads across media agents in a very large environment. Okay. So I'll try to get you a more user friendly picture for this, but I hope you all get the concept. Any questions on this grid configuration?
No solution at this point.
You
I
understand,
have
right?
I have a
Yes,
question.
yes, please.
In case of one media agent goes down, so whether we need to do any additional configuration changes at the master server end to route this data to another media agent?
No. When you
It-
have media agents in a grid configuration, automatically the backup jobs will get rerouted to the surviving media agent.
Okay,
And
round robin
similarly,
fashion.
you can decide that whether it should be
Okay,
round robin or whether it should be preferred path, whatever that is. Okay, you can
okay,
decide upon that. Okay, but the very purpose of creating a grid for a media agent is to have this failover flexibility, so that
okay,
once a media agent fails, automatically the backup and restore jobs that were running on that media agent should get or should continue from the surviving media agents.
okay. And once you rebuild back the original one, again the existing backup which are routed to another media server, again it will revert back to original one.
Yes, yes. Because and that is where something called as a preferred path comes into picture.
Okay,
Okay, so when we are configuring a media agent and we have associated a backup destination or a backup library to it, you can always specify what should be the preferred path to writing and reading data through that media agent. And if that media agent is alive and all the services on that media agent are up and running, then it will always try to use the preferred path, what has been configured on that particular media agent.
got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Bhanu, can you, okay, I will stop sharing. Can you open the media agent configuration and show the preferred path, what I was talking about? Yeah. You go into media agents. Yes. You see the media agent there. You go to its properties, and there you will have uh, data, I think, not the catalog. No, you have to go to the mount path. Yes. Go to properties of that mount path. Yeah, go to the mount paths tab. Sorry. Yeah, go to, there is a preferred mount path option, right? Right click, go to properties. Yes, here. Okay. So you see here that you can see that which media agent is associated with which mount path. Okay. And if you have multiple mount paths, you will see them here, and then you can actually assign a preferred mount path. And once you assign a preferred mount path, so click on one of these paths. Yeah, edit. Yeah, you see the option there at the bottom. It says preferred, which means whenever the media agent comes online, it will always try to write and read data through this particular path. Okay, so that's how we configure a preferred path. Now, when you have a shared storage, okay, you can specify which path it needs to use. So once the media agent which was failed comes back online, if the preferred path is visible to it, it will always try to read and write from the preferred path. And hence, all the backup jobs and all the restore jobs will go back to reading and writing from this preferred path always. Okay, does this make sense? Guys, does this make sense? Okay, great,
Yes,
great.
sir.
Okay. Okay, let's close this and let's try and work upon some additional configuration today with respect to our Commvault environment. Okay, so we have seen how to add a new client. We have seen how to perform an incremental backup. We have seen how to perform a full backup, and we have also seen how to perform a partial restore. Okay, so today let us try to attempt doing a full restore. Okay, so in order to do a full restore, you should first make sure that the backup that you're taking for that particular machine, it's enabled with something called a system state backup. Okay, so Anu, can you go back to that client computer's second machine, right click, go to its backup set, go to its backup set, yeah, and let's go to the content of this. Right click properties, go to content. Here you see down below a particular option which is checkmarked called as backup system state. Okay. Now when you do this, automatically the registry settings and the OS level system settings of this particular machine also get backed up along with the data. Once again, I repeat, once you select this option called backup system state, the Commvault agent sitting on that particular machine will read all the registry settings as well as the OS level system settings of that particular machine and back them up as well, so that when you try to do a full system restore, you don't have to reconfigure the system's registry settings to bring up your applications that were installed on it. Okay, so that it's ready for recovering your applications and running your application level services. Okay, so what we will try to do today is, since this particular machine was already being backed up using system state, we will try to do a full recovery of this particular machine instead of a partial recovery which we did last class. In the last class, we only recovered a single file. Now we are going to recover the entire machine. Okay, so let's see how to do that. So we cancel this. We take another incremental backup of this so that we have all the latest changes. So we do a backup. We say incremental, say OK, and we go to the job controller. Since the last time a full backup has happened, it will scan what are the changes that have happened. and it will back up the incremental changes. The scan phase is completed. 4 streams of data read operation have started. Already started reading data. 3 streams have completed. This one stream may take some time because we have enabled source side compression. Okay, while this is happening, let's go to the source machine and just have a look at its properties. This is the source machine. Okay, let's go to computer management for this. No, right. Yeah. So you're able to see the settings of this. So go to local users and groups. Under users, you'll be able to see which users are configured. We have these 4 users. Then go to device manager. These are the devices that are already linked to this particular machine. The most interesting thing for us are the disks. So we go to the disk drives and we are able to see that there is one SSD disk that has been mounted on this. It's a VMware virtual NVMe disk. And the configuration of this disk can be seen under disk management. So on the left hand side, when you click on disk management, you can see that this is approximately a 60 GB drive, disk 0. It's having 3 partitions. The first one is approximately 500 MB NTFS partition. Then we have a system partition worth about 100 MB. And then we have the actual data partition designated as a C drive with NTFS as the file system. And it has got all the other, you know, elements for the file system like the boot settings, the page file, the crash dumps, and the primary partition. Okay, so we close this. We understand the identity of this machine. Just see the host name as well. Host name and IP address of this machine. That's the host name. DEFRCPH7S0N. And when you see the IP config, we see that it's 192.168.1.12. Okay, now we close this. We go back to Commvault console and see if the incremental backup has been completed. Yes, it's done. So now what you do is you switch off that machine in VMware Workstation, shut down. Yeah. And now we go back to Commvault console and we will attempt a full system recovery with a different name. Okay. so that we don't disturb that virtual machine which was already created. So either you right click on this job or you go back to the backup set, go to browse and browse and restore. You see these options. You click on view content and you're able to see all the settings. So you expand on the default backup set. Okay. So you select the complete default backup set so that the system state and the C drive, both of them will get recovered. Okay. Now you click on recover all selected. Yes. And you select the various options, go to advanced. The destination client, it shows as the same Windows machine. Okay. Though that machine is powered off now. You uncheck that restore to same folder. Yes. And click on advanced. Okay. So here you have a few other advanced options. You can select on or click on skip errors and continue, number one. And number two, cross hardware restore. Okay. Yeah. Now you click on OK and click on OK on this as well.
We have
Hmm.
we have to add this path, sir, if we remove the same path folder.
Oh, right. So you can say restore to same folder. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click on OK. That's fine. Yeah. Now go to the job controller. The restore operation is running. So one thing you would have noticed is even from an incremental backup, okay, incremental backup copy or incremental backup job, you can do a full system restore. Okay. Cannot restore on the host because that host is not available. It's powered down. So how do we do a full system restore? Banu?
So if we have any virtualization agent, then we can directly push into that particular virtualization, sir. But while doing in this way, we have to specify some hardware, right?
Yes. So first thing is you have to install something called as One Touch.
Yes.
One Touch is
One
another
touch recovery.
utility. Yes. One Touch Recovery will allow you to create an ISO image out of this machine.
Yes.
And once you have that ISO image, you can use that ISO image to create a new machine altogether. So let's do that. So can you initiate a One Touch Recovery?
One touch recovery needs some
Yeah, click on
previous
that.
installations. Let's see.
Yeah. Select next. Yeah, you can change the host name if you want to. So the recovered VM
So
is
this
not the,
is ComServe mission, sir. ComServe
yeah,
details. Yeah.
change it.
It's saying ComServe details only, sir, not the
Uh-huh.
client.
Okay,
Client
so
names. Okay, it's this one.
hmm, click on configuration. Yeah, that's the Ethernet. All these drives will get restored. Go to restore options. You power on the VM after the restore. Okay. Click on advanced. You want to create a clone of that machine. Click on that clone machine because you already have a machine with this name. Yeah, give it a new name. Just say test restore VM. Yeah, give it a new host name and click on finish. Yeah.
What is the difference between new client name and new host name?
See, client is a internal identification for the ComServe itself, right? And
Okay.
host name is the actual host name that is visible on the network and registered in the DNS. Both can be different.
Okay. Okay.
So client name is the name using which ComServe is going to identify that particular machine.
Usually in NetBackup, the client machine we call as client name, even host name.
Yeah, in Commvault also we generally keep it the same. Okay, unless otherwise mentioned. Can you go to the job controller? This was the previous job, right? There's an error on that job.
Yes, sir. The file is saved here, sir. There is no job for this.
No, that's fine.
Mm.
You have to suspend this job.
Kill this one, sir.
Kill this job. Yeah. Try the full restore option again because it should allow you to it should allow you to do a complete restore. Okay, I get it. We didn't do a VM backup, so we cannot do
Yes.
a VM
If
restore.
if we have a
So
virtualization agent installed and configured in Commvault, we can directly do a direct VM restore. No, sir.
yes, that is
This
correct.
is a bare metal
Yes,
type of backup.
yes. So what you do is you create one more small VM. We will try
Mm.
to restore this inside that VM. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need to add this VM as a client inside Commvault, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In one of our previous classes, we have seen how to do a remote installation of Commvault agent to a machine. Can anybody other than Bhanu guide us to perform that? Anyone? Come on, guys. At least give it a try. Who is going to be the volunteer? Rakshit,
Sir,
will you try?
uh, sir, I'm not actually remembering.
It's okay. Let's all we will all help you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So while this OS installation is happening, Bhanu, can you go to the Commvault console? Okay, Rakshit. Tell us what we need to do first in order to add a new client into the ComCell environment or new
Mm,
machine into the ComCell environment. Where
mm,
should we click first?
um,
I gave you a clue already. We have to add a client into the environment.
the client computers.
Yes. So you need to right click on client computers and
Right.
click on
New clients.
yes, correct. Click on new client. Now from this window, which option do you think we need to choose?
So Windows.
Under which segment?
Uh, File system.
Yes, correct. So yes. Now we need to give the client name and the host name. Where will we get this from?
Mm, So this one. So this is that Windows machine user, sir.
Not user, but the machine
Uh,
name itself.
okay.
Yeah. So Manu, is that machine created? New machine? Yeah, it's getting ready. So once it comes up, we will use this machine's name. So how do you get the host name of a machine in Windows?
So IP config.
Hey, IP config will give you the IP address. How will you get the host
Okay.
name?
Uh, so sir, the host name. It's
Yes,
like
the host name command you need to put in command prompt and it will give you the host name, or you can go to computer management and you will see the host name from there. Okay. The VM is created. So how do we see the host name, Rakshit?
Sir, host name command.
Right. So Bhanu, can you copy the host name? Yeah, that's the host name. Don't do that. Install VMware tools because we are doing a full system restore. We should get back VMware tools when we restore the system state.
This will not allow me to copy the things from things. Let me check.
Make a note.
I'll change the host name to a simple.
Hmm. Okay, click on next. Yes, once we click on finish, the client will be added, but wait, the computer has to get restarted. Yes, now we need to install the software. Yeah, it's ready. So right click and install the agent.
Sir, host name is not reachable, right?
So you need IP address 11.
Single.
Wait.
Yeah. Hmm.
Advanced.
Hmm. Okay.
Additional settings. Okay, fine. Close it. Yeah, we'll use this later. Okay, fine. Now push the client agent. All tasks. Right click. All tasks. Add or remove software. Install the software. So Rakshit, which software should we install from Commvault on this new machine?
Sir,
Which component?
sir, media agent.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, sir. Commvault client, sir.
Which client? There are different types of clients, right? So which kind of client?
Mm,
What type of machine did you add?
so Windows
Under which section?
client computers.
No, but what kind? Under file system, right?
Yes,
So from this list of packages, what do we need to select?
uh, so the file system
And
and mm,
we are trying to do a full system restore. So
yes,
file system core, that is also required.
okay,
Okay.
okay, sir.
But good, Rakshit. Very good. Click on next. Click on next here. Yeah. Here, click on next. Yeah, that's fine. You can click on next. Here also you can click on next. No firewall. You want to run this job immediately? Yes. Click on finish. Yes. Go to job controller and we should see the software getting installed on this. Once the software is installed, we can kickstart the full system restore. Go to attempts. Nothing there. Go to view events. Okay, job started. It failed. Go to client status. Refresh the events. Go to attempts. Okay. Click on view events. Yeah. Failed message. Why is this? Did you give the right password?
Yes, sir. Password is correct.
Just check if the machine is up and running.
Yeah, firewall. It's
Correct.
the firewall.
Firewall was blocking the connections.
Yeah.
Real-time protection off. Great. Yeah. Now resubmit the job. Resume. Hmm. Yeah, now it's running.
In progress.
So can anyone tell me where it's copying the software from? Rakshit, can you tell me?
So,
Where is it copying the software from into the new machine?
uh, so from this machine, like
What is it called? That place.
co- like comp server.
Yeah, ComServe is the name
Cache,
of the machine.
cache,
Yes,
right?
yes. Who said that? Praveen?
Praveen. Yeah.
That's right. The software cache. So the software cache is going to hold all the various packages and software that you want to install. So Bhanu, can you once again show everyone where the software cache is and how to identify it? So you go to Tools menu, and that's where you find the software cache configuration. And there you can see the path where the software cache is stored on this particular master server and what is the size. You click on cache details and you can see what all packages are available. So you can see that the Windows package is available, and this is the place from where it is copying the client agent into the new machine. Okay. Rakshit, clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Any
So,
doubts? Anybody else? Nilesh, Saptarshi, Kavya, Shanil, Shreyas, Siddharth. Any questions? Cool.
Not at this moment, sir, but I think I'll have questions when I start doing the test from my end.
Okay. But you haven't asked me any till date. So I'm assuming I can deploy you to direct customer installation.
Yes. Okay. Not yet. I have a few more things to do. I like a few more classes to go. Then maybe.
Don't worry, man. We got your back.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, what's happening? Why is taking so long, do you think? It's still in running phase. So how do we see what's going on behind the scenes? Anyone? Kavya, how do we see what's going on with this job?
So process manager.
That's the services, but this particular job which you see in the job controller about installing a software, how do we see what's going on or more details about this job? Simple, just double click it. That's it. The moment you double click on a job in job controller, it will show up the details of that job, and you can see those various tabs inside it, and you will be able to clearly identify what's going on with that particular job, what stage it is at, and we see that the software installation is successful. Okay,
Yes, sir.
great. So Yes, Saptarshi.
No issues, sir.
Okay, it's 100% done. We close this, and now we just refresh. You should see the grayed out thing going away. Yes. Now this particular client machine is added to COMCEL, ready to go. Now we can perform the restore that we were trying last time. So Bhanu, can we do the full system restore now? Yeah. So we had backed this machine up. We go to browse and restore. We say view content of all the previous jobs. We select the complete data set, including the system state, and we say recover all that has been selected. And once you do that, in this particular machine, we now select the new machine, CV underscore restore. So after this restore is completed, the new machine should take the identity of, or should have the content of, the older machine which you are trying to restore. Now click on OK and let the restore happen. Yeah. Go to the job controller. The restore job has started. Yeah, it's running. Go to streams. Yes, one stream is active. Go to attempts. So nothing has failed. Go to events. Refresh. This is a known issue, so nothing to worry about this. Close. Okay. Go to progress. Okay, it's asking us to do a reboot. The restoration is actually completed. Okay, click on yes. Yeah, that's fine. Manu, close the other machine, okay? Otherwise, it will be an IP address conflict. It's powered off, right?
Sir, it's powered up.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's coming up. Okay. Let's log in. Go to command prompt. What's the host name? Hey, see, the host name is same as the other VM. So this VM got the complete identity of the VM that we had backed up and we restored into. What's the IP address? See, the same IP. If you go to registry settings, if you go to applications, each and everything about this VM will be exactly the same as that of the VM that we had backed up. So this is called a full system restore. So what we have learned is we can not only restore a single file or a folder or a drive, but we can actually perform restores of complete machines altogether. And not just in the same network, we can do that across networks. That's the power of a data recovery and a cyber recovery platform like Commvault. Any questions? This wouldn't have been possible if we wouldn't have selected system state backup at the time of backing up. If we would have backed up only the C drive, E drive, and the paths, then we could not have done this. We were able to do this and get that exact machine, in another machine is because we backed up system state. Okay. Now, where do you think this can be useful? In what kind of scenarios do you think this can be very useful? Anyone? Shreyash, Siddharth?
If the VM has any software or like if any of the system has any software or service that is connected, that it cannot remove it. So this does a complete like a factory reset and then install something else. Then that service which was installed in the previous server that would also go.
Mm, okay, so there is a generic practice for this. What's it called? Or in which kind of environments would you need to do this more frequently?
Not sure about that. So
Take a wild guess.
Sir, for the backup, for providing high availability and security purpose.
High availability, not so much, because every hypervisor has its own capabilities to have high availability of virtual machines. How about this?
So, sir, backup, if the system may get corrupted for that overcoming.
Very good. Yes, definitely. Definitely. In cyber recovery scenarios, or the entire system getting
Mhm.
corrupted, okay, or the OS drive or the boot drive getting corrupted, and you want the exact system back up and running so that you don't have to make any changes at the registry level. Okay. Another
Mm.
thing is, uh, if you have a software development company and you are developing, a lot of software, you want to create a UAT and dev environment, which is exactly the same as your production, but you don't want to, spend so much time in recreating everything. Do you think this will help?
Yes, sir, because it's similar to what we do with EC2 instances, right? We just have these some
Exactly.
basic structures ready. We
Yes.
just power it up.
Yes. So the same thing, allowing you to do it in on-prem and irrespective of OS type. What we did on Windows here can be done for Linux also. Okay. So this bare metal recovery or full system restore is very, very useful in creating UAT and dev environments for software development organizations where you want your newer versions of software to be tested against certain validated OS level configurations. Okay. And this is a great way of spinning up multiple VMs of the same configuration. Okay. In the environment. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great. So we stop here today unless there are any more questions. Is it getting more and more interesting by the day?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot more to come, guys and girls. So keep your interest levels high. We're going to see a lot more magic happen. Thank you for your time today. Have a good night, whatever is left of it. Have a good weekend, and we will meet again on Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank
Good
Sudhir.
night,
Thank
team.
you all.
Happy
Take
weekend,
care.
sir.
Bye.
Good night.
Happy weekend. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.